The U.S. Army General Michael Langley have declared again that Ibrahim Troare, the Burkina Faso president, is a big threat to United States interests in Africa, in Sahel. Wait, I will play this video. You guys will hear what this man said again. You all know this man. The U.S. Army General, the current commander of U.S. African Command here, responsible for all the United States military operation in Africa and U.S. interests in Africa. This man is responsible. He have declared again in public again that Ibrahim Troare is a big threat to U.S. interests in Africa. He said that everybody is seeing what is happening in Burkina Faso, the development, everything that Ibrahim Troare is doing. Everybody is seeing it. This man said this. But the problem U.S. have with Ibrahim Troare is the Burkina Faso military. He claimed that since Ibrahim Troare took power, that insecurities have increased, and Ibrahim Troare kicked them out, U.S. troops. Now, both Al-Qaeda, ISIS, bandits have increased in Burkina Faso, unaliving innocent people in Burkina Faso, and Ibrahim Troare is not doing anything according to Michael Langley. Ibrahim Troare is not doing anything to tackle the insecurities. Now, United States can't fight the insecurities, bandits, terrorists in Burkina Faso, in Sahel. He said this is the main problem that U.S. is having with Ibrahim Troare right now. They want Ibrahim Troare to step down so that democratically elected leader will be in charge. Then United States can come in and fight the terrorists. Mind you that U.S. troops have been in Burkina Faso, Mali, in Niger, in Sahel for decades. We have never heard that U.S. troops unalive terrorists in Sahel. Have you ever heard of this before? The answer is no. All terrorists unalived U.S. troops, but they have been there for decades doing absolutely nothing. Right now, this U.S. general is saying that Burkina Faso president is allowing terrorists destabilizing Sahel region, and this is the main problem they are having with Ibrahim Troare. They want him to step down. In fact, just listen to this video first before I continue.
Be a good moment to ask about one of the countries that has taken its own autonomy, and that's Burkina Faso. Your remarks recently at the Senate seem to suggest that he's diverting, General Troare, is diverting its 4 billion gold reserves to sustain his military rule rather than for public welfare. These remarks sparked widespread condemnation across the continent. What did you mean by that statement?
Let me speak to Burkina Faso's sovereignty. They maintain their sovereignty. They make their decisions how they use their resources. They make their decisions who their resources go to for military support. That's their sovereign right. But my cautionary tale was just from a military perspective. That was a Senate Armed Services Committee asking me a direct question. Burkina Faso, a lot of great things going on to progress them forward, okay? But then when you look at the military part of it, knowing that that's the epicenter of global terrorism, it was my time to illuminate that this is probably their weakest point, and there needs to be sufficient resources going towards for the whole fight of terrorism in that country, period. They make their decisions though. That's their sovereignty, their sovereign right to make their decisions, what is appropriate, what's not. But I wanted to illuminate that it's going in the wrong direction now. ISIS is getting stronger. JNIM is getting stronger. Al-Qaeda in the lands of the Maghreb is getting stronger in that country.
And do you think it's getting stronger after General Troare took over?
It has. Just look at the numbers of attacks. It really has, since 2022. I've been tracking this since I took command. So, no ill will towards him, but the decisions is their own. They're looking for other ways to be able to, they're still on warfighting footing. It's just going to take more resources.
So you stand by that statement? Because there's been pressure on you to walk those statements back.
That's my statement. That's my assessment. That is getting worse. More needs to be done for not just local, but whole of country, because of these violent extremist organizations are seeking revenue, they're seeking resources, they're seeking recruiting from the Burkinabe people, and they're seeking refuge within their country. That threatens their sovereignty.
And that threatens America's interest?
Say again?
Does that then threaten America's interests?
Yes, thank you for asking that.